Hi, my name is Neil. I'm the lead singer and bass player for Welsh rock three-piece Eulogy. Hope you're all keeping well and safe out there during this lockdown period. It's not good for bands, it's not good for music and venues in general. We can't rehearse, we can't play gigs. So instead of that, we thought we'd do a couple of videos so you can have a little bit of an insight into the band. Mike has done a recent video looking at his equipment and his gear that he uses during live performances. So I thought it would be quite good to look at how I look after my voice. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not a qualified vocal coach, but I'm just going to share with you some of the things I've learned over the past few years. So your vocal health is an important part of being a singer. When you've got a strong voice and use it frequently to perform, you need to be sure that you are practicing proper vocal training and techniques to keep up with the demands of being a singer, as well as keeping your voice in healthy shape. So part of keeping those vocal folds and vocal cords in their best shape should be executing the frequent strengthening of your voice. When you sing, the vocal techniques you learn and the amount of practice play a large part in helping with strengthening that voice. So we're going to have a look at some of the methods, exercises and techniques that I use to strengthen and maintain my singing voice. So the first thing we're going to talk about is hydration. In order for your vocal folds and cords to work properly, to be able to hit them top notes, they need to be adequately hydrated and engorged with fluid to make the correct vibrations to create the tone and pitch that you want. This means drinking plenty of water on a daily basis, up to 1 to 2 litres a day, and try and stay clear from some of the fluids that actually work opposite and dehydrate your voice. Unfortunately, these are the types of things that we enjoy, things like alcohol and caffeinated drinks. So prior to the gig, I would suggest that you avoid alcohol for at least 24 hours before and increase your water intake throughout the day. Directly prior to singing, I would try and avoid milky drinks as they tend to increase mucus production, making it very difficult to clear your throat. Also, lukewarm water tends to be much better than ice cold water, as the ice cold can actually constrict your vocal cords, making it really difficult to hit certain notes. Carbonated drinks again are a big no-no, as it's really difficult to sing when you've got lots of wind coming up every couple of seconds. Next we can have a little look at vocal warm-ups. Probably one of the most important aspects of being a singer should be properly warming up them vocal cords. Warm-ups involve helping to slowly wake up and stretch the voice, much like how you would stretch up and warm your body before running. Proper warm-ups set up your voice to strengthen multiple parts. So strengthening your voice helps both the chest voice and the head voice, because the transition between the two becomes more seamless and effortless when your voice is warm. Some popular and helpful warm-ups include, but are not limited to, things like sirens, where you hold out a note and softly stretch the voice starting from a low note up to a high note without straining. Going through different vowel sounds, climbing the scales to open up your vocal range. Lip trills to loosen up the lips, which is another part of the body that really needs to be flexible for proper singing. So warm-ups are a great way to work at strengthening your voice as well, not just a warm-up before a gig. This needs to be practiced every day. So before each gig I spend about 30 minutes, often during the support band set, just doing some sirens and some lip trills and warming up the voice. I try to run from the bottom note seamlessly through to the high falsetto notes, so switching from chest voice to head voice back and forth. So last but not least, we're going to look at breath control. So airflow is another important part of strengthening the voice and should also be part of your regular warm-ups as well. Breathing is how the voice becomes supported, and for those who wish to perform as professional singers, breath support is extremely important. Holding notes is common when performing and learning how to properly execute diaphragm breathing techniques that will support the voice sound and deliver a strong, even tone. So proper breathing can make all the difference in singing and can reveal the difference between a beautiful, strong, full voice and one that's not supported with proper breathing. One of the techniques to improve your breathing could be something called straw phonation. It's a relatively innovative way in order to practice proper breathing for singers. So you need to use a straw, which needs to be quite hard, rigid plastic or metal, so no paper straws or anything like that. And the idea is to use your breath to push a sound through the little hole in the straw. So with the proper breathing support, you can hit, sustain and deliver notes with lots of strength and tone, and it will get easier the more and more you practice. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this 5-minute vocal masterclass and picked up some useful hints and tips. Please drop me a message and let me know if there's anything else we could be doing on video that you'd be interested in. We look forward to getting back to some rehearsals and gigs at some point, and we're going to be putting together a new list of tour dates for the UK Memento Mori EP tour, which will hopefully happen in 2021. But in the meanwhile, keep listening to Eulogy on Spotify, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, give us some likes, send us some messages, and let us know that you're all out there doing okay. And more importantly, stay safe. Thank you.